It's a new year. We would all like something better for ourselves. Where do you begin? Well, my philosophy is if you don't know where to start by doing something, anything. Now, it helps if you know yourself. The best way to get to know yourself is to put yourself in a strange situation with others and see how you fit in. What are your advantages? What are your disadvantages? Strengths and weaknesses, another way of putting it. In my case, I'm very good at understanding complex situations and things like systems and explaining it in plain language to ordinary people. I made a good career out of being a technical writer. I parlayed that career into being a product manager at Cisco, and I stayed there for 20 years. I've seen a lot of stuff and a lot of things that helped keep me going and made me survive 18 rounds of layoffs at Cisco was my communication skills. I can discuss complex things in simple language that empower others. How did I find that out? I found it out by working in a computer systems department at a retail store where people knew what they were doing and had a very difficult time explaining it to others. They actually hated it. They would have rather picked up garbage on the front lawn than have written a document of how to do something. And often when they did write it, they had no empathy. They wrote it from their point of view without thinking, does this make sense to somebody else? And I got to test all this stuff because I was a new guy and I'd be left alone on the weekends sometime to do the weekend routines like backups and that sort of thing. And the documentation didn't make any sense. And I had to phone people and say, what do you mean by this? Oh, ignore that screen. Oh, why don't you have ignore that screen in your documents? Because isn't it obvious? No, it's not obvious. So this is the sort of thing I've been through is I have the empathy to write something for you that makes sense the first time you read it so you could do a task and do it completely without having to phone somebody. What's your skill? Maybe your skill is convincing others to do something. Maybe you're good at getting people to collaborate with you. I'm not very good at attracting high talent into a high-powered team and managing them. I would be miserable at that. I could learn it, but it would take a long time. I'm better off being part of the team and contributing the knowledge that's gained by those who are the expert engineers, designers, developers, and turning to something useful that can be sold to others. So what I do is a variation on that. What I'm doing right now is I've been given an opportunity, a Copilot license at where I work. And Copilot is in its own moated community. Is that the right term? A data moat. So I can't accidentally spill something into the outside world that's proprietary or private or intellectual property. So what I can do is find ways to use Copilot to address things like accessing data in spreadsheets or Word documents without doing it the old way. I'm going to find the new way to do it using an agent. And by doing that, and by doing it daily in little steps with lots of practice, I will become very good at it. I know this about myself. If I do something small on a small scale regularly, consistently, I become very good. I become so good at it, it's beyond what the common training shows you. The training is only good enough to get you started. What you really have to do is practice. So on a side note, but just along the same lines, it's a maturing up I've had to go through over the last 5 years. Where I work right now, their provided training is truly awful. And I've been complaining about it, and it's never going to get any better. And what happens is you try to take the training and I try to use it, and I get these emails saying, oh, you did this wrong, you should have done it this way. And I've been joking about this, calling it ad hoc email training. But that's the training. It's not the training presentation with 50 slides that are mostly eye charts in front of 100 people. It's the practice and the correction through email that's the actual training. So I accept that. I'm not being trained by a teacher in front of a class who lets us do practice trials and practice routines. I'm being trained in real life by people who are rejecting my work because it wasn't done properly, and they tell me how to fix it. That's my training. And so I can do this for myself too. I can do stuff in real life with Copilot using spreadsheets and Word documents, test it and see how it works. Do I get the results I want? If not, try and fix it. Find others who are doing the same thing. That's another important part of what do you do next. Know yourself, do something, anything. Find people who are doing what you want to do and work with them and talk to them, and then find a way of doing what you're doing in a way that benefits others so you become valuable. This year, we all need transitional skills that go beyond where we're working today, because all of our jobs are at risk over this nonsense with AI data centers and an economy that's only being supported by the higher end consumers, where we have the majority of the people suffering from inflation, high prices, tariffs, and all that nonsense that's going on. So the key is to stay relevant with transitional skills, and the way you get that is through daily practice by doing something, anything with the tools that have been provided to you.